What's up? Shirt off. It's too blooming hot. Sam, if you come near my head, I'm going to smack you one. Very simple. I've had many people ask to kiss or rub my head at events, and I have always said, get a fuck. How dare you? In all honesty, how dare you? I think it's reprehensible. I have let a handful of women rub my head. Understandably. And I think maybe if I'm very drunk a couple of lads have, but that's it. I'm not a toy. I tried to get the egg thing working, it's way beyond me. I'm not a clever man. It is indeed very hot. Didn't think there'd be still a player on at 11 minutes left in the raid, but I guess some lads stick about. Fair play. I've got the fan on, which is what that noise is. Tops off weather because it's absolutely boiling. I don't think anyone could blame me. It's ludicrous. It's frankly ludicrous. I don't know what temperature it is in my room, but it's probably pushing 34, 35, I'd assume. It's a lot of heat. I've got to have the door open, fan on, top off, and even then it's hot. It's fucking hot. Hot tub category must be laughing. Would you want to be in a hot tub right now, Zalaper, my friend? I have never had air conditioning. Not since I lived in the States. I mean, bear in mind, Hadj, we had a week of high temperatures, then it rained for almost a month, and now we're having maybe a couple of weeks of high temperatures, then it'll start raining again and some cold front will blow in. It's just, summers here are not worth getting AC. I mean, it's just, I know some people have it. I would love it. We've thought about it. I think it would help. Maybe in the future we'll get it because it's going to be getting hotter. But if it costs thousands of pounds, it's just how often are you going to use it, really? Well, Eddie, I am very suspicious of any weather forecast beyond tomorrow. I am deeply suspicious of any weather forecast that extends beyond 24 hours. Because we're not in a part of the world where you can really point and say, yes, that is definitely the weather tomorrow. No. No, no, no. We're an island. It's almost impossible. Jesus! Why was my lad so tired so quickly? You don't know what you're talking about, mate. You're not tactically minded. Look, if I throw the flash miles away, he's looking at me. If I throw it in front of me, if he's pushing me, when he comes around the corner, it gets him. Oh, I knew he was close. Didn't know how close. The flash grenade is... This is why you should know... You're banned from using them in CSGO, mate, because you're not on my level, son. We got owned. What are you going to do? Damn, we do not have the ammo currently to run this gun. Oh. Oh yeah, I've got to hand it into Prapor. Right, but it didn't flash me because I turned away. Like, I just needed it to get something out there so that if he pushed me, it would go off. But as it happens, it didn't work out. How do we get in there and get what we need? Let's leave this here. I'm sure I had a Gratch. Yeah, there we go. I definitely had more mags for this bad boy. I thought I had more magazines for it. Oh dear, FTB streams, oh dear. This don't look like Dota 2. Has it had a patch? Whoa! Way! I've come up with a bit of a bit of a joke here, lads. Pay attention now, because it's a clever one. You have to keep up. Let's say that Pyrian, right, who plays Dota quite a lot, yeah? Let's say he's playing something else. What I'll do is, especially because Dota has quite a few patches, doesn't it? You know what I mean? So what I'll do is, I'll wait till he's streaming something that isn't Dota, I'll drop him, and I'll be like, new patches changed Dota, isn't it? Way! And everyone will laugh. They'll fall about, mate. Trust. Now what I want to know is, where did this originate? Because I find it unlikely that so many people have come to the same joke independently. It must have originated somewhere. Either you've seen it in another chat, there was some meme, something. Because it's so consistent. I'm just curious. I would really... There's no way to research it. It's an impossible thing to know, but I'd like to know. Well, I'm happy to point out people being stupid. If they want to continue making stupid jokes, that's their fault. If you point out something stupid that people do and they continue doing it, and in fact do it more, I'm content that I'm outing the idiots. Congrats. You have owned yourselves. I know how to own Pyrion by proving him correct. Which safe is this key for, though? Thank you.
Battlestate Games just resubbed for 11 months. Flax Goose.
Bless you. Sounds a distant battle. Nuts! Got one of them. Grats, mate, you can have my Vita juice. This is a golden age, Marge. Must have been. Must have been. Oh, FTB streams is sad. There are other streams, dude. Let me see if you stream. Let's have a look at FTB streams. Account created March 2019. It's currently not live. Stuck at home on sick leave, waiting for the op, so why not stream? Videos? No videos found. Schedule? Nothing there. Get on it, son. Get on the grind. Can't be coming here to flame. Call yourself a streamer and you ain't never streaming. Get on it. I love the way he says it's so mean, ill-informed, brackets sometimes. So Eddie, when you bring up the launcher, go to the server thing and just pick all the servers you can see that have decent ping for you. Don't ever leave it on automatic. It'll take, so you'll open up the launcher, you're going to click on server selection, you're going to click on all the European servers if you're in Europe, or all the Americans if you're in America, and then you're going to hit apply, and it'll feel like it's crashed, but it hasn't. It just takes ages to confirm for some reason, and then you're good. But do not leave it on automatic. Exactly. You don't really know if it's crashed until you can see your desktop. It might just be thinking. Clunk clunk. No, wait, I got the gas sound. See, this looks like a can of fuel, but for some reason it's not. Why did a bullet just whiz by my head? I mean, honestly, someone at the end of the road shooting a scav, it would seem the same. Too hot. Too hot for a cam. If it gets cooler later, maybe I'll stick a t-shirt on. But I'm just sitting here in me shorts because it's fucking boiling. And despite the fact that in no way would me being topless be a sexual thing, men are not allowed to be topless on Twitch. I'd have to wear putties over my very highly sexualized nipples or something, or like a fucking bra. Could whack a bra on, to be fair. Well, LTJ, I don't know about you, but to me, men are allowed to walk around in public without shirts on because men's nipples are just not seen as sexual. Archimedes, thanks, buddy.
Stanners _ Baratheon just resubbed for 58 months.
The question is, was it a lad or was it a scav?
So, what do we have here?
Laney Zero N just resubbed for 7 months. How have raids been today?
Fun. Wonder where he is. Wow. He spent about 10 minutes hunting me there. I hope he's happy. Enjoy the wires. Damn, my little buckshot no good at that range. I suspect he had no idea whether I had anything or not. He just saw a lad. Could have had anything. How hot is the loft? Very. Very, very hot.
Stringler Bingle just resubbed for 39 months. Bit hot in it.
It is. It really is, you know? You don't have to wear that dress tonight. Being a poor ginger lad, this heat is too much for me. I think it's too much for anybody. Just imagine your average British person, alright? I remember I was saying to a mate of mine, when the Euros started, and we had some of the early games were at Wembley, I think maybe our first game was at Wembley, when we sort of started brightly and then faded. I think it might have been Jermaine Gina said, well, you know, in these conditions it's understandable the lads are starting to flag. In these conditions, it was 24 degrees. In these conditions. Now, I remember when we went to, was it Japan? Where Japan and Korea, we went out there and Ronaldinho scored that goal where he just lobbed David Seaman. Our lads looked knackered after 10 minutes. It was like that. I think we just, even anything above 18 degrees, basically our bodies start to shut down. Or most British people's bodies start to shut down. Danny Mills, fullback, exactly. I genuinely don't mind the heat. It's just, I just cool down by taking my top off, got the fan on, I'm alright. But yeah, it just seems to be like, I'm sure Scandinavians are the same. It's just, if you're not used to it, it's the same fact that I know Mrs. F used to work with a guy from, I think he was from Jamaica, and a black guy, and he worked in the server room, and year round he wore a massive winter coat, apart from maybe the very peak of summer when he would still wear like trousers and everything. He was cold all the time, and the server room was kept at a pretty decent temperature. He was always cold, always cold, because he just wasn't used to the cold. Like, he was used to heat. He'd grown up in Jamaica, and now he was in the UK. You're just not used to it. So, you know, you go out to somewhere super cold. Northerners in this country never wear coats when they go out. You wear a coat. What's wrong with you, mate? You got a coat on? What are you cold? Hey? And there could be frost forming on their eyelids. No need for a coat. I don't get sunburned that often. I did at the very start of the summer. I went out. I can't remember where I was. I spent a couple of days out and about. Didn't think it was that bad, and then my head started to peel. Hup! Oh. Thought I could crawl under there. Friends, I'm going to level with you. We're going to be doing a lot of dying this evening. Hope you're prepared. I'm ready. Evenings are tough. This is when the goodies turn up. I won't be getting one. I don't use consoles. To be perfectly honest, just not a thing I've really found a need for. I've always found that PCs just have the games on that I want, you know what I mean? There are very few games that come to console and I think, oh man, I really wish I had a console. Red Dead Redemption 2, about the only one I can think of. So, I mean, I'll be honest with you. If I know that, for example, ODPixel, right, plays on... He travels a lot. If I was commuting a lot or traveling a lot, I can imagine being able to play fun little games. Like, he plays Slay the Spire on his console. I think it's on the Switch. Either way, he played something. Zelda Breath of the Wild, all these kind of games. And he got really good use out of it. I would not. I don't leave the house much. If I do, it's not far. If I'm going away for work, I'll generally read a book, or I'll have my laptop, or I'll just listen to music or podcasts or something. But if I traveled all the time, I might indeed want one. Hello. But I mean, I'm trying to think of any games on console that would be, like, for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't play Tarkov on a console? Can't play Dota on one? I wouldn't want to try. Now then, what have we got so far? What if we just leg it down there and see if we can unlock the door? What do you reckon? Fire Emblem. Can I be honest with you, brother? Kind of sounds like an anime game. Doesn't it? I'm going to teach you about the difference between cover and concealment. This is kind of concealment. Because it won't stop a bullet, but it makes me hard to see. This desk would represent cover. Which serves as both concealment and will stop a bullet. So it looks like nobody's pulled the switch, right? So there's no power on. I don't care if it's a very good game. It could be the best game ever. But if it is at all kawaii, it's not going to happen. Is the power on if the alarms are going off? Every gaming community is insufferable. I think that's definitely true for more popular games. But there's quite a few niche games out there that have a really good community. Football Manager community is genuinely funny, but I think that's because they're not actually gamers. These are people who just play Football Manager. Again, Dwarf Fortress not a particularly big game, is it? Yeah, the RimWorld community is amazing. Someone's going to pull the power eventually, right? I heard movement. Power is indeed far away. So, let's say the power is switched on, we get in there, we get a lead X and we die. I'll be happy because you need them for upgrades, and I would love to not have to buy them. I think PvP games seem to attract more assholes than PvE games. Because there's a big ego thing into killing people, you know what I mean? Yeah, hold on. What's up, love? Yeah.
Don't forget where you...
I will not. I don't think I hit that guy much. 4 times. PPSH, anything over 10 feet is... SKS would have done the job. You totally forgot, didn't you? No, I've got to close the back doors before I go to bed. No, the PPSH, there's no armor for it that goes through big armor. Also, it's an up-close gun. Like, he could just bang away, and each of his bullets was, you know, going through that. I didn't know you could go through that wood, which is good to know. But even if I get him, you saw in a full burst, a lot of the bullets are just going everywhere, even at that range. Like, it's a gun for busting into a room and clearing it. I mean, you know, it was designed for use in close quarters battle, not at anything more than 30 or 40 feet away. Anything with that higher rate of fire is just meant for suppressing people or busting into rooms, clearing corridors, that kind of thing. Damn it! No, he didn't use a PPSH to snipe people. He used a sniper rifle. Why would you use a submachine gun to snipe people? There's no way you'd use a PPSH for that. That'd be ridiculous. I mean, it would be a hell of a flex. It fires like pistol ammo, like. So there, he would use the Mosin, then when fighting as a group leader with the rest of his unit, he used the finished version of the PPSH. So that's not as a sniper weapon. Like, he was using that. Like, obviously, if he's sniping, he's using his Mosin, and if he's doing more close quarters stuff, he's using the SMG. So you can't call that sniper kills. Also, a lot of people are speculating that you know, it's a load of bollocks. Because it was a big propaganda win for Finland to say he killed 500 lads, but. Where the fuck is Dalston? Oh, Christ. Yeah, that's not that bad. Yeah, I know. Where in London is my question. It's just near Islington. Have you shot any cool guns in real life? I've spoken about this before. A Bren gun's probably the coolest in that, you know, who's shot a Bren gun in the last fucking 80 years? But nothing that would make you go ooh. Just pistols and, you know, odds and sods like that. Yeah, people do survive getting shot in the head, don't they? I still think, for the most part, at the very least, it's going to disable you, take you out of the fight. How do you get shot in the head without a helmet on and live? I mean, just imagine, first of all, how much it would hurt. Second of all, how disorienting it would be. It'd be a lot of blood. Every head injury I've ever had has bled like unbelievable. I mean, look at boxers. They get cut, it's like, you know, sometimes it stops the fight. They just bleed so much. I for sure think I tagged that lad. Think he just legged it? So the rear sight is on the there's a little sight halfway down the gun. You can see just where the bolt is, just in front of it. What's the difference between the sights? How do you mean? To my knowledge, the way any set of sights works is you're either angling the barrel up or you're angling the barrel level, right? So you think about it, if I'm shooting here at a target close by, the bullet's going to have a drop. So your front and rear sight line up to try and keep the gun level. So you would hope that it's with the rear sight and the front sight lined up like that. At the tip of the sight is where the bullet's going to go up to 50 yards, and then the bullet will drop. So when I adjust my sights, what I'm doing is changing the front sight so that I have to aim higher to get it in the middle. Or if you're looking at like a sniper crosshair or whatever, you're essentially aiming higher. So when I adjust the sights up and down, the higher the sight, the higher I'm going to aim, so the barrel of the gun angles up and down, and it's been calibrated so that if the sights say this is what you want to have it at for 200 meters, this is what you want to have it at for 100 meters, they've done testing and calculated the bullet drop. If you look up the trajectory table for the bullet, it'll show you a sort of parabolic arc as you'd expect, just like if you threw a ball. But if you're throwing it incredibly fast, obviously it's still going to drop, just it's going to travel forward a lot more. So with a bullet, the initial trajectory is sort of pretty straight ahead, and then as it starts to lose velocity and gravity starts to take effect, even if it doesn't lose. Oh my god! He looked like a mannequin. So the bullet's gonna, you're angling up to try and catch the target at the end of the sort of parabolic arc, the trajectory of the. We hit that guy for 99. That lad we hit, just hiding in the changing room. If you've ever been to a range, a shooting range, maybe, you know, if you're British, it's unlikely you will have done, but if you've ever shot an air rifle, for example, even the iron sights will have an adjustable element to them. It's called zeroing the sights. So you have to sort of zero them in. In other words, when I'm aiming at whatever distance it is you zero at, there are all kinds of different theories about what's the best range to zero at, but you zero at a particular range, and then if you're set at that range, then if you set the sights to 100 meters or 200 meters, you'd assume that because you zeroed it at 50 or whatever, everything else follows from that. So with a sniper rifle, you'll look, if you notice you ever watch anything with people that are sniping or anything like that, they're always talking about windage and all that kind of stuff, and the dude will always 2-3 clicks from the left, you know, and he'll sort of go so he's just adjusting his sights so that he's aiming to the right more if the wind is coming from the right, so that he shoots into the wind and the wind is pushing the bullet, the gravity's pulling the bullet, so he's making up, down, left, right adjustments. It's pretty it's very technical. There's a good video with these two guys who are like, you know, actual snipers, talking about how they call targets out and how you use pretty much everything available to you. You use, you know, the wind, or you use a little tuft of grass or whatever, and you look at how those things are moving, and you can make your adjustments from there. Wow, we must have lost a lot of guns today. And they'll say like, do you see that? Because if you think about sniping in a fucking video game, you've always got like a picosecond, right? And if you don't kill the lad, he's off. But people don't run around as much in an actual battle, because for one thing you stick out like a sore thumb, and also most people want to stay in cover. So you see some lad creeping about, and you say to your sniper team partner, alright, the second ridge line with the orange bush, just to the right of that there's a set of trees, the third tree along, XYZ, distance, blah, wind, X, do you see the target? And they say yes. And then he's like, alright, and he gives them how strong the wind is and how far away it is, and the sniper, the actual shooter, makes adjustments to his rifle, and then the other guy's watching the whole time, and when he shoots he tells him, alright, you were 2 meters to the right, so he quickly reloads, it makes a slight adjustment, shoots again. It's not like in Hearts of Iron or whatever, where you miss your shot and the lad just legs it. What gun do we take? What is the gun for this job? I don't think that is the gun for the job. This, however, clearly is. I wonder if I've accidentally done any of it. No, I still haven't. I really thought I would have done this by now. Oh, it has to be with a headshot. Oh god, I remember why this quest can fuck off now. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Has to be a headshot. Fuck off. It's just classic prap or bullshit, isn't it, really? I mean, there's no excuse for it. Runga, I think it depends on how long you've got to shoot the target. I mean, if they're shooting back at you, are you gonna take the time to zero your rifle? Seems a bit crazy. I would just shoot you. I mean, if you're saying you see a target at range and you know you're going to be able to get a shot, then absolutely. But again, you don't get much time. People move around a lot in this game. I appear like a scav. Oh, we could take this in and try and snipe lads with this instead. Right, but here's the problem. Jump down and break your legs, but then you also need to find people to shoot them. So your solution is not a good one. Your solution is that I somehow break my legs, and then still somehow able to kill people with a headshot. I think the better angle would be to break your arm on some quest, come back, not heal it, go into factory with that broken arm, and do it that way. Like, it'd be much easier to kill them with a broken arm than with a broken leg. With a broken leg, you're limping about. They've got you. All they have to do is hide, peek you. Just hide. So ignore Lyraman's suggestion. That's a terrible solution. Oh, hello. Do I have any water? I don't. Do you need me to get you some? Do you want the fan in there? Oof. Poor lad.
Domus and Hammer just resubbed for 1 month.
Thank you. Alright, it wasn't meant to be. What I'm hoping is some lads will try to leave. I think it's a bit late for players. Wait, I'm at Old Road Gate. Oh shit, we've got a way to go. Good old helmet, eh? Now, was that a scav, I wonder? Because I thought I shot two lads and they were both baddies. But one of them might have been a bad scav and one of them might have been a good scav, so we might have just aggroed all the scavs by mistake. I didn't see the messages at the bottom, so fair play. 4 guns. Not too shabby. Some body armor, that's always handy. A hat, which saved my life. My back is fine, thank you. I think the other guy was... I don't know what it was. I mean, it would have been another player scav, I guess. I think that the jams are just another money sink, because it means you have to keep your weapons up to spec. I don't know, like if I examine this, durability 60 out of 61. So if I looked at this, what about this? So that repaired it to 88.5. I think it's quite funny, but I kind of like all the goofy shit. I love the idea of some lad trying to come around the corner and thinks he's got me, and no sir, no sir, you have jammed. Your weapon is jammed, sir. Yes, sir. I do believe your weapon is jammed, sir. How unfortunate. I think it's hilarious. And the fact that people don't like it makes it even funnier to me. It's happened to me in the middle of a fight before. Just gotta deal with it. Suck it up. Grow a pair of balls. I haven't insured that key. God help me. I mean, I'm not being funny, but gun jams are a real thing. So, you know. Yeah, sure, it sucks, but it happens. Mod guy, the fact that there is no revolver in this game is bizarre to me. Like, I honestly don't understand it. Why would they be OP? I mean, not all revolvers are 6-shot. Some of them are 5-shot. Some of them are 7-shot. There is even a 12-shot revolver out there. If you could do fan fire, pow, 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 that would be sick. Always seem to find spark plugs in filing cabinets. Always, always, always. That's a good point, King Myth. I mean, you could just add some 38s. There are 45s in the game, aren't there? There's 45 caliber for the ump, and for the Vecties is 45, isn't it? I did the gas hand quest, yeah. Thank you.
Mucky_Fana just resubbed for 4 months. Flax egg.
Hilarious. I mean, you can shoot 357s in a 38. Or the other way around. Oh, this has no front sight. Excellent. Oh man. Oh shit, the bed. I kind of want to get out. Yeah, I'm gonna take hole in fence for 300, please, Dan. So we've been in here for about 2 minutes. We'll take hole in fence and get out with the ollie key. Inshallah. Well, Roomga, if you think about it, who populates the map? A lot of scavs, right? So you imagine some scav has come here from woods, and he was out there hanging out and he's chatting with his buddies, and they're like, come to the interchange mall, there's all kinds of stuff there. It's like, okay, there's this guy called Killer, he's hiring at the moment, but he says he needs us to, there's some work to do at the power station, just some repairs and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, no, I'm a mechanic. So he heads down there. It's a hot day. Takes off his coat and hangs it up. While he's working, some lads kill him. Now his coat, with the key for the ZB014 bunker, he's perished. He's died, but his coat remains. The key remains. Weeks later, some lad, me, shuffling about, peeks in his coat, says, I know what this key is for. Look at that, it says ZB014 on it. Huh. That's weird, because I remember going to that woods place, that wooded area where it's like a big lumber yard, and there's that gangster runs it. What's his name? Sturman? Yeah, I think he lives there. I think it's Sturman anyway. And I saw that bunker, and on the door outside it had ZB014, and I thought, I don't have a lockpick set or any C4, so I'll come back another time. Boom. This key's worth $500,000, isn't it? Wouldn't mind making it out, in all honesty. Flamethrower. I do think a Molotov cocktail might be a thing they could add. Suits the setting. You take it out, you have to get a lighter, and then you lob it in a room. Oh, Ollie offers is only 25k? Oh, it's Ollie Logistics that's worth all the money. What about ZB14? That's a pretty common one as well, isn't it? Oh, yeah, you're right, it's Ollie Logistics. A lad! Reckon he went up there? shit the bed. Oh my god. So I had an idea for a fun mode that you could have. I've blathered on about this before, but for some of you that maybe didn't hear it. How about a two-sided fight? Ostensibly bears versus PMCs. It's like a fight between PMCs or two sides, whatever. It's not important. And the idea is you spawn into the map and You do battle in the usual way, but it's clearly marked who's on whose team. And you just have to have a big fight. There's like an objective and all the rest of it. And the way it works is you get points at the end. There's no looting. It's just a straight up fight. And at the end, depending on how much you've contributed, you'll get a share of the loot based on that. So if I hold the objective for a certain amount of time and kill a couple of lads, you know, I get X amount of loot. So you don't get people running it and just running to loot or whatever. They have to fight. It's a way of having PvP just casually. Jeez Louise. Those are getting closer. I'm very scared. Yeah, so you'd need like an invitation or whatever. So you have to earn the invitation. You go in, there's a fight. The gear you take in, you know, you'll lose. Anything that you're taking out of the raid, unless it was yours that you brought in, isn't going to come out with you. So this does a few things. First of all, it prevents people killing their teammates to get their loot. Second of all, it means that essentially what you're taking in is the attempt to win a battle in Tarkov. So it's a team effort. The team that wins gets more loot. The team that loses hardly gets anything. So it would become like a proper PvP fight. I think that would be quite fun. I'm worried that I've gone in somewhere that doesn't have a back way out. That would suck. Maybe we can jump out here. Emacom is over in that corner, right? I thought it was way over there. Wait, I'm thinking of railway. What am I looking at? Oh, it's over that way, isn't it? Shit. Oh, this is death. I was just thinking of other things they could add rather than just more maps. Like a PvP mode with rewards, you know. Because the problem is, a lot of the time in Tarkov, it's hard to get into a proper firefight. Just imagine like 10v10. People just like constant shooting explosions. It would be exciting. Cutscenes. I hope you guys know we're dead here, by the way. I never successfully extract from Emicom. I saw a scab by that bus. Gonna get tossed in the face.
Communist gangster just resubbed for 11 months. Can we get a Bodega cowboy hat in Yogg's store?
No. Whoops. Yeah, I think what I would like, I know, well, I bumped my keyboard. That was a negligent discharge. Correct. My keyboard has a little, you know, the little angle on it, and it's right next to my mouse mat, so occasionally I bump it. The thing about the quests is, I think you need some ultra high level quests that unlock something, you know, to give players. And I realise that there are some late game quests that people do, like getting the Kappa case and all that kind of stuff. And obviously they've tried to add, I presume, this is why they've done it, some end level goal where you have to get to level 71 or whatever. But I think it would be cool if there was more real late game stuff, like pure late game stuff. That's like, you can't even attempt these, you know, mainly PvE. So you could have late game instances that are almost like raids, where rather than other players being there, you're just fighting whatever, you know, some mega boss or whatever. This lad brought 5 magazines of PPSH. That's loopy. We're getting there. We are getting there, folks. So there is a air filter that you can get for your hideout that increases the training of your endurance and strength and shit like that, I think. So while it's running, I think while the air filter is running, when you're out and about trying to train your strength and your endurance and stuff like that, you train it faster. And you put those filters in, and then it gives you like whatever 20 hours or whatever, you know, of filter time. So you're about to start playing, turn on your filters, run around, because these guys get up to level 51 strength, so they can throw nades like fucking yeet them 200 meters or whatever, and they can just run forever, and they can jump really high, and they can run really fast and carry more. So strength training in the game, like you'll get these guys who, I was watching a stream the other day, he goes, fuck it dude, I'm just going to spend a day doing strength training. So what he means is he's just going to load himself up with heavy stuff and run around in the game. Whether it be throwing flash grenades or whatever. Shit! Whoa, did you see the reload he did? He did like a John Wick reload. I thought that lad was a baddie who was shooting at a scav. Wow, that's awesome. I've not seen that animation before. Oh, oh man. All right, that was 100% worth. So, Firefly Bird, there are two modes in the game. There's the scav run and the PMC run. I'll show you what that means in a sec. So, if I hit the escape from Tarkov button once the game catches up, you have a scav run and a PMC run. Your scav is not your main character. As you can see, he's geared out with whatever. I didn't design this guy. He's got looks like a Kedder, and you know, he's got all this rigs. This is my actual character. Your main character, right? So this is my guy. If I click on character, this is my stash. I can load whatever I want on here. I have skills that go up and down. I have tasks that I can do, like quests and stuff like that. I also have my gamma pouch. The scav does not have that. So the scav run is just a cheap run where you can just go in and shoot stuff up and have a laugh, and you don't need to worry about losing gear. So it's a nice way to balance being broke, which you will be quite a lot of the time as a scav. I mean, as a player early on, you'll be broke a lot. So it's a way to balance that and say, hey, you know, you're broke, but don't worry. You can go in as a scav, go in for free. We'll give you guns for free, and if you escape with those guns, you get to keep them. So it's just a little sort of a fun little thing to do in between runs. Drop in as a scav, and also, to be honest with you, there's a lot of value to be had from being a scav, because you're on a free roll. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't care if you lose everything. I'm gonna sell these diaries. I think I've got a bunch of diaries. I kept hold of these things forever. I think I had about 30 diaries and a shitload of S diaries, and I never found a use for them last time, so I'm just going to sell them. I think I sell them to the fence. Let's see what we can get for them. Done. I mean, even if there is a use for them, I need money right now more than I need whatever they're for. I mean, I'm so far away from that level of Peacekeeper. By the time I get there, I'm sure I'll have a million of them again. Like, that is just such a long way off. Well, the thing is, Super, a lot of the stuff that I'm hoarding is stuff that later quests will be like, hand in 3 teapots. And it's like, ugh, so rather than get stuck on that quest, I can't remember, and I'm not going to spend the time to go and research what I need. So I'm just going to hold on to everything. A lot of the stuff you can turn into other things anyway. And if I subsequently... I also figure, like, here was how I was thinking. They change the game quite often, where it's like, suddenly teapots are worth $1 million or whatever, you know, who knows? So I figure if I hold on to that stuff, I'll have cornered the market on that end of things. Like, let's say they decided that wires were now the rarest commodity in Tarkov, and wires were worth like 100k a piece. I'll be that guy who had all those wires. Like, why not? Last time it was fuel. If I'd had loads of fuel stacked up last time, people would have been like, oh man, this guy's selling 20 large cans of fuel for 150 each. How has he managed that? You know, so I mean, why throw it out? Unless I urgently need the money, better to just have it. Like, there was a quest I finished earlier where I finished it, took a new quest, and had the things I needed, so just handed it straight in again. Like, so it was just like bum 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 bum. I know it sounds silly. Near cars, honestly, where there are parked cars, I often find fuel garages. Oh, thought I had him. Should have aimed. Fucking killed by John Hamburger. I thought I heard him. I literally thought I still heard him healing, so I pushed, but he obviously... Whenever I try to cancel an action, I seem to have to punch the mouse for it to go through. These lads seem to know how to do it real quick. Boom. Job done. Ready to rock and or roll. I found the Ultra Med key very early on. So the Ultra Med key, you know, on Interchange, there's that escalator that leads up to the tech store that everybody rushes. If you go up the escalator and immediately, the shop immediately on your right, so opposite the tech store, it's an empty shop, but there's a door in there, and if you open that door, there's med stuff, including potential for LEDX spawns on the other side of that door. However, the power needs to be on in order to open that door. So you either wait there for someone else to open it and quickly dash in, or you wait there for other people to come and camp it and then shoot them, or in my case, half the time, because I've done it twice, kill a lad once, die to a lad the other time, and yeah, get the bank loot. I've been there, I think, 5 times now, and I've managed to get in twice. Once I turned the power on and got there, there's all kinds of stuff, like there's basic med loot in there, there's things like Serv 12s and stuff like that in there, loads of, you know, the bandages and meds, and not the IFAC, the AFAC or whatever it is, the fancier one, and all that kind of stuff spawns in there. And apparently LEDXs and ophthalmoscopes. I mean, I've been camping Power Station every time I spawn there. And occasionally it works out. I didn't realise it was such a popular spot to camp, but it is. Got a lot of fights there. Yeah, I played a bunch of Insurgency as it happens.
soldiers sweep your sectors.
The suppressors are amazing. They're also quite expensive. You need to get a special attachment for your gun. I've got some knocking about. There's one. There's one. I think that's it. I did have that. That's got one on it. I had an SVD that had one on, but I think I lost it or something. They're pretty cool. Not gonna lie. Halfway there, baby. Whoa, living on prayer. Oh my god, Zyacor. Are you kidding me, dude? What is it with this game? Oh, spot the difference. The dog tags, if you give 100 of them to the therapist, she gives you a scav case. Now, I've already got 2, but I'm not sure if you get something in trade, does it count as found in raid? I don't know if it does. Well, I took out the Ultramed, but as Dooley, I don't know if your brain is switched on, mate. This is a scav run, my dude. So the keys that you have don't really matter, do they? But it's alright, you're half paying attention, but still feel you need to comment. It's understandable. Unless you have 100% of your attention on the stream, don't question me. Don't question me, please. Sarah, I don't know if that's the command we need. I don't understand why when I'm playing this game, so many people ask me if I've played, oh, good luck with your second shot, dude. I just don't understand why so many people ask me if I played Foxhole when I'm playing a game that is nothing like Foxhole. It's just weird. Oh, I need that though. Damn it. He just startled me. I'm sorry, Bliat. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. I want to go this way for a railway. I think. I'm at power plant. No, that's idea down there, isn't it? So I am going the right way. Yeah. I think. Yeah. No, I am going the right way. I asked some Russians and Ukrainians what does Bliat mean, and it's like a general exclamation, like an exclamation point. That's what they told me. You can stick on pretty much anything. Bliat. You can say it like, or you can be like startled. Like, Bliat. There's two of them. No, this isn't Emacom, this is Railway. What are you chatting? I'm not going mad, am I? This is Railway, right? Oh, this is Emacom. Where is it? I really thought this was Railway. I thought the Railway was just up there. Yeah, but so why is someone saying I'm going towards Emacom? I know, but someone said you're headed towards Emacom. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Just shut the fuck up. If you don't know, just shut up. It's not hard. Jesus. Are you like this in your daily life? Someone asks a question, you just blurt out the wrong answer. Just... I don't understand it, man. It's weird. I just don't understand why you would say anything. I just don't get it. I understand people saying nothing if you don't know. But it's just saying with authority, you're doing this. You're doing... No, you're going the wrong way. It's like, well, are you sure? No. Just, you know. I just don't get it. What's going on, lads? Where does it come from, this instinct? I mean, if it's in the heat of battle, fair enough, but calmly sitting there watching the stream, oh, he's going the wrong way. I better tell him. Type. You're going the wrong way. Am I? Everyone else, no. No, my mistake. Just thought I'd, you know, comment. Just felt the need to tell you. You are going the wrong way, sir. I still believe it's the wrong way. Is it? I don't think so, but, no, I know. I still think I'm right. I just want to see Tagilla again. I want to see him. But I just, it's the fact is, if I was watching someone play, say, Dota, and they said, does so-and-so pierce spell immunity? I would think, or I would probably check before I said anything. I wouldn't just go with my gut instinct, because that's no more helpful than the person playing's gut instinct. Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand why... maybe I'd do it if I was watching Twitch chat. Maybe I would do the same thing. It must be some human desire to be helpful, which is great. But then it's like, sometimes it's the opposite of helpful. Dare I remind us all of the dreadful lab situation where people continually directed me to the wrong way out. And like one person in chat actually knew what they were talking about. One. And there were like 10 people all offering advice. It's just weird. Go here, go here, go there. That way was my favourite. Oof. God, that salsa guy was insane. Insane. I wear Sauvage. Not even kidding. It is really nice. A lot of women have complimented me on my odor. I think because of the perfume. Gives you a tag, homie. Fucking stiff breeze is gonna knock me over here. Let me live. Damn you, let me live. Doubters be damned. Lad's getting blammed. Just grab some water. Whew. Pigeon and Cussy Pat. Alright folks, we need a clean out.
Gourmet just resubbed for 10 months.
Thank you.
Acid Hydraulis just resubbed for 39 months.
Thank you. Just need a cowboy hat. Quite a good helmet, that. As a Chad, I don't need a helmet, of course. Factory is fucking hilarious fun, man. It's just such a laugh. Why is it worth about 8 to 9k on the flea? I had to buy a couple yesterday. It was like at the most 11, 12k. So when you insure, yes, but then I have to go to the fucking trouble of listing them, Beastslayer. Who would want to watch me very carefully go through and list my wires for 5,000 rubles more than I can get from just fucking selling them? Who gives a shit? It's so little money. If it was like, I'm selling it for 250 to therapists and it's 500 on flea, fair enough. Well, that's 5,000 rubles. Who fucking cares, dude? That's not even as much as a car extract. It's so little. Is it worth commenting on that? Oh, that's worth more. Yeah. Oh, it adds up. Oh, alright, Grandma. A penny saved is a penny earned. Jeez. What a bunch of buzzkills. guns were bumping into each other. That's hilarious. Our guns were bumping into each other. Should have double tapped V, giving him a clonk on the dome. That's quite a nice rig, to be fair. I think I've got a shitload of wires anyway. I'm holding on to them because I'm sure there'll be something that needs a billion wires. Alright, we got 3. That'll do. I'm sure there's something that needs cigarettes, and I've been holding on to a few of those as well. Pretty sure there's a quest that involves cigarettes. A lot of fuses. I can't remember if these are really for anything. That's a not found in RAID flash drive, which is kind of tragic. I remember holding on to all this stuff previously. SSD Tarkov. I think you need like intelligence center level whatever, and then you can turn it into something. Oh, you can give 2 of them to mechanic for a spectroscope. That's quite cool. Ah, one of those, 1 broken G-Phone X and 1 broken G-Phone equals a secure flash drive, you say? Is that Intelligence Center 2? I mean, be honest, the main thing I think we're all waiting to see, I know I am, is the ability to look at raids after the fact and see how you died. Like, that would be genuinely pretty hype. To get the sort of footage of, you know, how did I die. I think that would be really good. Oh, look at this lad. Look at this lad. The no dust cover, no stock, 10 round mag assault rifle. Like, I would love to watch what happened. If you think about CSGO, what makes CSGO fun as a spectator, because you might die really early in the round, is that you still get to watch the round play out from your mates' perspectives. And that's hype, right? The problem with Tarkov is that once you're dead, you're out of the game. And quite often you'll be in a huge gunfight and you think, oh, I really want to know what happened there. And you just never, there's no way of ever finding out. And I think it's a shame because it's like lost entertainment, if you like. You know what I mean? It's something that I would like to see, and if it's just gone, it's in the ether, it stops being a moment, if you like. I think it's like, it would be fun to see, oh, they were there, you know. I think it would be interesting. I mean, I guess the argument is, oh, it'd be unfair, but you can't look at it until after the map, so you're not gaining an advantage. Yeah, drones, exactly. So you can spectate the raid afterwards, but it wouldn't be something that you can do while the raid is on. It would be more like a, I've recovered the security footage. If you want it, it's available for 50,000 rubles. Or whatever, and you can have a look at some raid where you perished. I think the only issue would be, would it be too big a burden on the servers, or, you know, I just think it would be, I know there's so many times where I think, man, I would really love to know where he was, or how he got me, or something like that. People might say, oh, it's not fair now, everyone's going to know my sneaky spot, or whatever. And I understand that. So I understand the arguments against it. Chaps?
Кому тут пизды выдать?
I've read a thing saying that you can loot that room from below.
Опачки.
Damn, I thought I'd die. Maybe if we do it again, we'll die. I'm worried that disconnecting actually means that it treats it like, oh, you quit.
Ну чё, неплохой день, господа. Да хрен, не! Вот тут друган мы были точно.
I'm worried that disconnecting adds a penalty to your respawn timer. Maybe it doesn't, but for some reason I'm kind of worried that it does. That'll do it. He gets negative scav rep. Lol. In your face. Yes, no, they must have thought I was a complete goon. Yeah, I mean, they're correct, but... God, that's loud. Oh my God. I think I've got the key for 203. Two 108, 303, 203. So, what was that? Find something valuable in the dorm room 203. Shaking up teller. Well, I've only been going for 3 hours. I did this morning until about 1 o'clock. So I took a good solid 6 or 7 hour break. Jesus. the tiniest Mosin was the one with... It was a sawed-off Mosin with no stock and no silencer. So it's literally just the trigger guard, part of the stock, and the bit of the barrel. It's like a 8-inch long rifle. What a day. That was 203. Is it the 2-story or the 3-story building that it's in?
Ulmisa just resubbed for 22 months. 22 months of this wonderful man.
I'm gonna gamble that it's in here. Oh my god. It'd be awesome if it was in here. Shit. It's not. This is my life now. Thank you for the sub, Dolmisa. Oh god. Dude, I don't know what grading is. I have no idea what a grader is. What's a dozer? Like a bulldozer? What does it mean to grade your property? What does that mean? Is it an American thing? You gotta grade it, dude. Did you even grade, dude? Dude, do you even grade? Flattens the ground? Why do you need to flatten the ground? Why do they need to flatten it? Is it just empty property? People want everything just so, don't they? You know, in America they use more water on their lawns than they do on their crops. Isn't that crazy? The little bumps and hillocks are the land. We don't need to control every aspect of the land. It makes me sick what people do to their gardens and everything. Just enjoy the beauty of the land as it reveals itself to you. You don't have to shape it. Part of what makes the countryside so beautiful is that when you come around the corner and there's a little hill that's just so, a little river with a bend in it, and it's what makes it beautiful is that it's not designed. It's just the way it turned out, you know? Relish that. Thank you, Ben. I'm coming down soon, Ben. I'd love to play some Bolt Action if you're about. I'm down, I think it's near the end of the month. I'm hiding because I have a quest to hand in, and there are lads around. It's pretty terrifying. I'm gonna wait till about half an hour and then run for it. Ben, I loved the Total War video that you did with Tom. It was so... was it fun to make? It looked very fun to make. I mean, those filming days, whatever the result turns out, it's always fucking hard work. Waiting around, we've got to sort the lighting out, all the stupid technical people with all their stupid technical problems. Oh! I keep bumping my keyboard with my gun. We did it. We did a Dorms quest. Thank God, thank God, thank God. Let's hand it in as soon as the game finishes thinking. Now that was for, I want to say skier. No? Was it Prapor? Did I just get it from Prapor? Loud noises. Oh no. Oh my God. Why have I got 1,000,000 rubles? Oh, I guess that stuff I sold, huh? Huh. How about that? So you know what? Let's just go into reserve. One last hurrah. Oh wait, this one, yep. What's the aim? Well, Adam, it's basically a vehicle for having very realistic-y gunfights. So the objective of the game is to level up your character, acquire gear, improve your base so that you can have better gear to take in and take on better fights against better equipped lads. And basically it's just a shooter. I mean, it's, you know, what's the objective of CSGO overall? Is just to win maps, right? So this is like, you load into a raid instance, there are other players in there, there are AI enemies in there. You kill players, you kill the AI units, you steal their loot, you go to certain areas and get fancier loot, and if you survive, the stuff you take off the map is yours to keep. If you die, you lose everything you took in, apart from things that are in your secure container, which is like a sort of save space. So if I have keys, valuable keys up there, if I die, you don't get the key, it's in my secure container. And also you can insure your stuff, so if no one else takes it, you get it back. But that's pretty much the game. So it's just a vehicle for firefights. Why would I want to turn off the quest successful noises? Why would you want to turn that off? So, Zalaper, if you saw earlier, there were certain quests that were locked behind level markers. So there were some Prapple quests just then that said you have to be level 30 to do this. Also, a lot of the traders, that your reputation with them is based on a few things: how many quests you've done for them, how much money you've spent or sold stuff to them for, and what level you are. So if you want to be level 3 with Ragman or whatever, it'll say you have to be level 25 to get to level 3 with him. Getting to level 3 with him opens up new items to buy, he gives you better prices and all the rest of it, I think, and maybe some new quests. So it's all about making the game easier as you enter the late game and other lads are running around with crazy armor and guns. If you're way behind, you're just going to die every fight, right? So Chad wants to go into those Chaddy fights and run with the super expensive ammo. Grenades are just like candy to him. You know, he's aiming for that late game. So it's like, if you think about World of Warcraft, what's the point in leveling up? You see, you can run those higher instances. So at the moment on Tarkov, the highest level instance you can run really is labs, because you need a special key to get in there that you can buy, but they're like 200,000 rubles to buy, or you can find them. And you go in there, and the keys for that map, like the keys to unlock special areas on that map, are worth a fortune. There's all kinds of cool loot in there. The enemies are all really tough. Like the AI enemies are all raiders. They're not just regular AI scavs. They're like super scavs. All the players are super kitted out. It's a very hard map. So the end game for most of these guys that are playing that are like super hardcore is to run labs like pretty much as often as you can. And then when you go to the other maps, you clear the map. You know, you're killing all the other players on the map. My goal is always to get in, do what I can, grab some cool stuff and try to live. For them, they are looking for every fight. Like, they want the fights because they are so kitted out that they can win them. I mean, the gear I'm running in with here is extremely basic, extremely shitty, and if I bump into another player, I'm probably dead. But I just want to get some loot. So I know, for example, on reserve that there are rooms up here where there's sometimes stuff knocking about, filing cabinet, a couple of other bits and bobs to check. If I find something good, I'll put it in my secure container, so if I die, I lose all this, but I don't lose the stuff in here. So I know the Zibbo's worth a bit of money. I can sell that too. There's little footsteps. That was close. Just heard a footstep. I think I heard him raising his gun. Just heard a little clink. So I can sell those things for a little bit of money. I'll keep his gun and I get his tag. And I need 10 of those. Oh, sorry, 100 of those. I've got 50. Now I've got 51. Give those to. Oh, an SSD. That's good. Give those to the therapist, who's one of the NPC traders. Give her 100 of those. She gives me a big old case, and I can keep my stuff in it. Oh wait, what is that? Bomber? Oh, it's the beanie that can reflect. This thing can actually deflect bullets. You didn't hear his footsteps? You just get to know all the sounds in the game, so I can hear gunfire. Obviously you can hear the gunfire, but I could hear the sound of bullets hitting something over here as well, like people fighting. Someone's here. Someone's to my left. Could be a scav. I mean, there's a lot of guns in this game, but generally you can tell what you're up against quite a lot of the time, I think. That's probably an AK or something like that. Heard him moving. Definitely heard movement. Nice. So, we could have stayed. Chad would have stayed. I know there is a hole in the wall, a bag down there. But look, if you're going to tell me about reserve, I'll ask first. I must have run this map 1,000 times. I'm not even kidding. When I played on the previous wipe, anyone that watched this stream probably didn't see another map more than one time in 20 or 30. So please don't tell me where the loot is on reserve. I know there are some keys that I never got hold of last time. I'm sure there's a couple of things that I don't know about, but if you're telling me where every fucking accessible bag is, believe me, I'm going to lose my mind. Must have a decent magazine knocking about for this somewhere. You'll do. Just one big mag, you know? That is the bomber. It is a beanie that can deflect bullets. Ridiculously. It is armor class 1, ricochet chance low, but apparently, as ridiculous as it sounds, it will deflect. I'm just going to hold on to it. Ooh, do we do one more run? No, it's after 11. I'm going to call it a night. Oh, but hang on. I mean, this guy's actually kitted out. By my standards, this lad is absolutely fucking kitted out. It makes me laugh when they make out that this game is meant to be all super fucking... Oh yes, but Tarkov's very realistic. Then they have a beanie that can deflect bullets. I mean, what is that? So, why did I just leave? because I was playing as a scav, which is like, normally that would be an AI unit, but you can stop in and play as the scav, and if you do so, any of the stuff that you leave with, you get to keep. And he's got some decent stuff, decent by my standards, at least. So that'll do. We need to get rid of something though. Done. Saying, can you... I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. There's no point talking to you lads. You're out of your minds. Literally, you're like 10 seconds behind me. Can you just fucking chill, dude? Like, do you think I'm gonna read chat to tell me how to organize the stash? Really? Really? Come on, boys. Control yourselves. I've got lads, where do I? Oh. A balaclava was all my insurance brought back. Gosh. I did turn the power off, didn't I? That is a monk command if ever I've seen one. Power's off, right, cool. Alright, I'll see you lot tomorrow. Cheers for watching, take it easy, and peace out.